So lowering overhead, again, getting paid and paying less are probably the two major business concerns of physicians, as we all know. And so as Terry was saying, this is a good segue into this conversation, overhead also does matter. Again, the bigger practices, they have more people to share the overhead over. The smaller guys don't. And so asking all of those questions of your physician so that you can get, very specific contextual pointers to then point you where to do your filter so that you get a very true apples to apples comparison on what's actually fair up against whatever his buddy or some article was saying. So on the next slide, you'll see a snapshot of our core reports as it relates to overhead. This is overhead per full-time employed physician and the percentage of overhead by total revenue. Both of these reports serve very specific and really good purposes. And as you can see, they all start out with 0 filters. Compensation models, like we've said, can affect overhead. Eat what you kill models. Not only are you getting, everything that you've brought in revenue, but then specific overhead that's specific to you or shared overhead, all of those formulas, they have an impact on the overhead. And so keeping your particular compensation models in mind when you look at this data is very important. Any thoughts here from my other two panelists?
I would just say that, these reports are key because, first, to determine if you need to lower overhead, you need to determine if there's a problem. And how are you going to know if you're just looking at data from your practice? You need to be able to see what's going on, again, not just regionally, but nationwide in practices of the same kind of scope and makeup. So, because you may be doing very well in something or think you're doing very well in something, but when you look at the numbers, you find out maybe you're not, and you may be doing better in some areas than you thought. So, we found a major problem here in an area that we thought we were doing well in, but when we looked at the reports, it found out we weren't, and we were able to delve into the problem and get it resolved. So, again, you have to define if there's a problem, and the only way to define that is being able to look at the data and compare your practice to it.